Commander Maya Rodriguez stood at the observation deck of Artemis Base, her eyes fixed on the holographic display showing Jupiter's turbulent atmosphere. The massive gas giant had been humanity's best-kept secret for the past 30 years. Not the planet itself, of course, but what lay hidden in its storms. The Artemis Initiative, Earth's clandestine space defense program, had transformed Jupiter's endless storms into the perfect hiding place for humanity's first battle fleet. Deep within the planet's atmosphere, massive shipyards worked tirelessly, protected by experimental gravitational fields that kept the crushing pressures at bay. "Commander, we have a situation." Lieutenant James Chen's voice crackled through her neural implant. "The quantum sensors have detected something unusual at the edge of the Kuiper Belt." Maya's augmented eyes zoomed in on the relevant data streaming across her field of vision. "Show me." The holographic display shifted, revealing a cascade of anomalous readings. Strange gravitational distortions were appearing at the edge of the solar system, unlike anything their sensors had recorded before. Maya's heart rate quickened. This was exactly the scenario they had been preparing for. "Alert Admiral Hassan," she ordered, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins, "and begin protocol awakening." Throughout the solar system, hidden installations hummed to life. In the asteroid belt, seemingly ordinary rocks split apart to reveal sophisticated sensor arrays. Beneath the surface of Mars, automated factories began accelerating production of autonomous defense drones. On Earth's moon, the massive quantum computing complex known as HFY initiated its combat protocols. Admiral Karim Hassan arrived at the command center within minutes, his dark eyes scanning the incoming data. "After all these years," he murmured, "they finally found us." The gravitational distortions at the edge of the solar system were intensifying. Whatever was coming through was massive, far larger than anything humanity had ever built. Maya watched as HFY's predictions scrolled across her vision. A 98.7% chance these were alien vessels, with a 95.3% probability of hostile intent. "Send the alert to Earth Command," Hassan ordered, "but maintain emissions control. Let them think we're still a primitive civilization barely capable of reaching our own moon." This had been the plan from the beginning. Ever since the first encrypted signals were detected 30 years ago, Earth's leaders had realized they weren't alone in the galaxy. Rather than announce their presence, they had chosen to prepare in secret. While the public space program continued its slow, methodical exploration of the solar system, the Artemis Initiative had raced ahead, developing technologies that would seem like magic to most of humanity. The first alien ships emerged from the gravitational distortions, their massive forms dwarfing anything humanity had ever built. Their design was organic, almost predatory, with sweeping curves and surfaces that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. 17 capital ships, Maya reported, reading HFY's analysis. Energy signatures suggest weapons powered by artificial singularities. "They're scanning the system, but our stealth tech is holding." Hassan nodded grimly. "They're following the standard first contact protocol we intercepted years ago. They'll proceed to Earth, make a show of force, and demand our submission. They expect to find a primitive species with no real defensive capabilities." Maya allowed herself a small smile. They're in for quite a surprise. The alien fleet moved with precision through the outer solar system, ignoring the seemingly worthless gas giants and asteroid fields. They had no way of knowing that every cubic kilometer of space they passed through was being analyzed, their every movement tracked by sensors hidden in plain sight. As the fleet approached Mars, they began broadcasting. The message was simple, transmitted in thousands of Earth languages. "We are the Drachnid Imperium. Your world has been chosen for integration. Resist and face extinction." On Earth, panic erupted as the message played on every communication device. But in the hidden command centers, humanity's defenders remained calm. This was the moment they had prepared for. "All units, execute protocol awakening," Hassan commanded. Maya, you have tactical command of the Jupiter fleet. Remember your training. They may have size and power, but we have surprise and innovation on our side. Throughout Jupiter's atmosphere, hundreds of ships powered up their engines. They were smaller than the alien vessels, but they incorporated everything humanity had learned from 3 decades of studying alien transmissions and technology. Each ship was a blend of stolen knowledge and human ingenuity, powered by zero-point energy and protected by quantum-locked armor. Maya took her place in the command chair of the flagship, HFY Hyperion. Around her, crews that had trained for years in secret prepared for humanity's first interstellar war. They were outnumbered, but they had the home field advantage and technology their enemies wouldn't expect. All ships maintain stealth protocols, Maya ordered. Let them come closer. Let them think they've won before we show them exactly what humanity is capable of. The Drachnid fleet entered Mars orbit, preparing their demonstration of power. They had no idea they were already surrounded, that humanity's defenders were moving into position for an attack that would shake the foundations of galactic society. The silent guardians of Earth were about to reveal themselves, and the galaxy would never be the same. The Drachnid fleet hung in Mars orbit like a constellation of predatory stars. Their massive ships began powering up their main weapons, preparing to destroy one of Mars' uninhabited research outposts, a demonstration of power meant to cow Earth into submission. Commander Maya Rodriguez watched from the bridge of the HFY Hyperion, her augmented vision processing tactical data as the hidden human fleet moved into position. 3 decades of preparation had given humanity advantages their enemies couldn't imagine. Each human vessel incorporated quantum entanglement drives, allowing them to coordinate without detectable communications. Their hulls were coated with metamaterials that bent light and other forms of radiation around them, making them virtually invisible to conventional sensors. All ships in position. Maya transmitted through the quantum network. Admiral Hassan, we await your command. In the Jupiter Command Center, Admiral Hassan studied the tactical display. The plan they were about to execute had been refined through thousands of simulations. Begin Operation Thunderbolt. Across the solar system, humanity's true defensive capabilities revealed themselves. From the Martian surface, massive electromagnetic pulse generators powered up, their energy carefully contained until the perfect moment. In the asteroid belt, seemingly ordinary rocks began moving under their own power. Autonomous drone ships disguised as space debris. Execute primary attack pattern, Maya ordered. The Hyperion and its battle group accelerated from their hiding positions, their quantum drives allowing them to appear virtually instantaneously at predetermined coordinates around the Drachnid fleet. The alien ships reacted with surprising speed, but they were responding to a threat they didn't understand. Their energy weapons lashed out at where they thought the human ships would be, but the quantum drives allowed the Earth vessels to shift position faster than light itself, making traditional targeting impossible. Athena, initiate electronic warfare protocols, Maya commanded. The quantum AI unleashed a devastating cyber assault, its processing power distributed across thousands of nodes hidden throughout the solar system. The Drachnid ship systems began experiencing inexplicable failures as HFY exploited vulnerabilities their designers had never considered. The Drachnid flagship, a massive vessel shaped like a predatory sea creature, launched swarms of fighter craft. Maya allowed herself a grim smile. Activate the NEXUS defense grid. Thousands of tiny drones emerged from hiding places throughout the asteroid belt. Each one carried a miniaturized zero-point energy reactor and quantum-entangled controls. They moved with perfect coordination, forming complex geometric patterns that created overlapping fields of gravitational distortion. The alien fighters found themselves trapped in spaces where the laws of physics seemed to break down. Their advanced propulsion systems, designed to work in normal space, became worse than useless in the quantum-manipulated environment created by the NEXUS grid. Your species refuses submission. The Drachnid commander transmitted on all frequencies. You will watch your colonies burn before we crack your planet open." Maya didn't bother responding to the threats. Instead, she gave the order they'd been waiting for: activate the Jupiter array. Deep within Jupiter's atmosphere, enormous gravitational lenses powered up. They had been built using knowledge gleaned from decades of studying alien transmissions, combined with human innovations their enemies had never imagined. The gas giant's own magnetic field was transformed into a weapon, focused through the lenses and directed at the Drachnid fleet. The effect was devastating. Shields designed to stop energy weapons and kinetic impacts proved useless against the fundamental forces of nature themselves. Several smaller Drachnid vessels were torn apart as Jupiter's focused magnetic field interfered with their artificial gravity systems. But the aliens weren't defenseless. Their capital ships launched salvos of singularity torpedoes, weapons that created miniature black holes on impact. The human fleet scattered, their quantum drives allowing them to dodge the impossible-to-intercept weapons. "They're adapting to our quantum drive signatures," Maya noted, watching as HFY's tactical analysis updated. Switching to secondary attack patterns. All ships. Execute Protocol Hydra. The human fleet split into smaller groups, each one operating independently but coordinated through HFY's quantum network. They struck from multiple vectors simultaneously, their weapons targeting weak points identified through years of studying intercepted alien technical data. The battle transformed the space around Mars into a chaos of energy weapons, gravitational distortions, and quantum phenomena. The Drachnid fleet's superior size and raw power was matched against human ingenuity and preparation. Ships from both sides were damaged or destroyed, their debris adding to the navigational hazards of the battlefield. "Commander," one of Maya's bridge officers called out, "we're detecting power spikes in the remaining capital ships. They appear to be linking their singularity cores." Maya quickly processed the tactical implications. The Drachnids were preparing a desperate gambit, combining their power to create a weapon that could potentially crack Mars in half. They would rather destroy everything than admit defeat. "All ships, fall back to minimum safe distance," she ordered. Admiral Hassan, requesting permission to execute Protocol Omega. There was a moment of tense silence before Hassan's response came through the quantum network. "Permission granted, Commander. Show them why humanity has survived everything our own world has thrown at us." Maya initiated the sequence they had hoped they wouldn't need to use. Throughout the solar system, hidden quantum entanglement nodes activated. The entire human fleet linked their systems together, creating a unified quantum field that encompassed the battlefield. "HFY, execute Protocol Omega," Maya commanded. "Let's show them what happens when they threaten our home." The AI complied, using the linked quantum field to do something the Drachnids had thought impossible. It created a localized bubble of altered spacetime around their fleet. Inside that bubble, the laws of physics could be selectively modified. The Drachnids linked singularity cores, instead of creating a planet-destroying weapon, found their energy redirected back upon themselves. Their own power became their undoing as their ships were torn apart by forces they couldn't comprehend. Within minutes, it was over. The remaining Drachnid vessels, their weapons and defenses neutralized by forces they had never encountered before, had no choice but to surrender. The first major battle between humanity and an alien power had ended in victory, but Maya knew this was only the beginning. As she looked at the debris field around Mars, she couldn't help but wonder how the rest of the galaxy would react when they learned that humanity wasn't the primitive species they had assumed. The silent guardians had revealed themselves, and nothing would ever be the same. In the aftermath of the Battle of Mars, Earth's hidden command center beneath Mount Cheyenne buzzed with activity. The chamber's holographic displays showed a constant stream of incoming transmissions from across the galaxy. News of humanity's victory over the Drachnid fleet had spread faster than anyone had anticipated. Maya Rodriguez stood beside Admiral Hassan as they faced the Emergency Council of Earth's combined leadership. Her combat uniform still bore scorch marks from the battle, but her posture remained military perfect. The quantum HFY projected tactical analyses and diplomatic assessments across the chamber's curved walls. Within 6 hours of the battle, we detected over 300 distinct transmissions from various alien civilizations, Hassan reported. HFY has categorized them into 3 main groups: potential allies, neutral observers, and probable threats. The Council's chambers erupted in murmured discussions. United Earth Director Elizabeth Chen raised her hand for silence. "What's the most immediate concern?" Maya stepped forward, bringing up a holographic map of known galactic political entities. The Drachnids weren't acting alone. Our analysis of their quantum data cores reveals they're part of a larger alliance, the hegemony of advanced species. The hegemony has been systematically absorbing or eliminating what they consider primitive civilizations. The map highlighted several regions of space in red, showing the hegemony's known territory. It was vast, encompassing nearly a quarter of the known galaxy. But there were other powers as well, shown in various colors, their borders forming a complex web of alliances and neutral zones. "We've received a particularly interesting transmission from the Collective of Free Worlds," Hassan continued. "They're offering immediate diplomatic recognition and potential military alliance. Their ambassador could arrive within 2 Earth days." Director Chen's eyes narrowed. Why would they move so quickly? HFY's serene holographic avatar materialized in the center of the chamber. Analysis suggests the Collective has been seeking a way to check the hegemony's expansion. Our victory over the Drachnid fleet demonstrates that we possess technology that could shift the balance of power. Or they could be seeking to learn our secrets. Maya added, "The quantum shielding and gravitational lens technology we developed would be valuable to any spacefaring civilization." The council chambers fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity had prepared in secret for 3 decades, developing technologies that combined stolen alien knowledge with human innovation. Now they had revealed themselves, and the galaxy's major powers were scrambling to respond. "We're receiving another transmission," HFY announced. "It's from the Sylphid Concordat, a species we've never detected before. They're apologizing." Hassan frowned. "Apologizing for what?" The AI's avatar shifted color slightly, indicating uncertainty. According to their transmission, they've been watching Earth for centuries. They claim they've been subtly protecting us from detection by more aggressive species, hoping we would develop our own unique technologies rather than simply copying existing galactic standards. Maya's augmented eyes widened as she processed this information. "The gravitational anomalies we detected in the Oort cloud 5 years ago. That wasn't a natural phenomenon, was it?" "Correct," HFY confirmed. "The Sylphids appear to have deflected a hegemony scout fleet without our knowledge. They say they've been impressed by our independent development and wish to establish open diplomatic relations now that we've graduated to the galactic stage." Director Chen stood, her expression grave. "So we find ourselves in a complex diplomatic situation. The hegemony will seek revenge for their defeat. The Collective wants our technology. The Sylphids claim to be our secret guardians, and dozens of other species are watching to see what we'll do next." "There's more," Maya said, bringing up the decoded data from the Drachnid ships. "We found evidence of internal divisions within the hegemony. Some of their member species are questioning the policy of forced integration. Our victory may have just provided a catalyst for internal conflict in their territory." Hassan nodded grimly. "We need to be careful. The wrong diplomatic move now could trigger a galactic war, but the right ones could help establish a more stable peace." "Then we'll need to be clever," Director Chen declared. "We've hidden our true capabilities for 30 years. Now we'll show them that humanity's diplomatic skills are just as sophisticated as our technology." Over the next several days, Earth's hidden fleet maintained combat readiness while diplomatic initiatives began. The Collective's ambassador arrived first, a being of crystalline energy contained within a humanoid shell of advanced technology. They were followed by the Sylphid representative, who proved to be a gaseous entity that could take any shape at will. Maya found herself assigned as military liaison to the diplomatic team, her combat experience and tactical knowledge deemed valuable for negotiations. She watched as humanity began its delicate dance of galactic diplomacy, each conversation carefully analyzed by HFY for hidden meanings and potential threats. The collective offered advanced starship designs in exchange for quantum shielding technology. The Sylphids shared historical data about Earth's secret interactions with alien species, and from the edges of known space came more transmissions, some threatening, others curious, all of them changing the galaxy's political landscape. But as Maya studied the diplomatic exchanges, she began to notice patterns that troubled her. There were inconsistencies in the stories being told, subtle discrepancies that HFY's analysis flagged as significant. Something larger was happening, and humanity's emergence onto the galactic stage was just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. In her quarters aboard the Hyperion, now in orbit around Earth as part of the planet's defense fleet, Maya reviewed the data one more time. Athena, she called out, run a cross-reference analysis on all diplomatic communications we've received. Look for mathematical patterns in the quantum signatures. The A's response was immediate and troubling. Pattern found. Commander, the quantum signatures contain embedded data that suggests these transmissions are being coordinated. Someone is orchestrating this entire diplomatic situation. Deep within Athena's quantum processing core, Commander Maya Rodriguez watched as holographic data streams coalesced into undeniable patterns. The AI had been working for days, analyzing quantum signatures from every diplomatic transmission Earth had received since the Battle of Mars. What they discovered sent chills down her spine. Show me the correlation matrix again, Maya commanded. The holographic display shifted, revealing intricate connections between seemingly independent alien transmissions. Someone's been playing us all along. Admiral Hassan stood silently beside her, his weathered face illuminated by the shifting data streams. The question is who, and why they waited until now to make their move. The door to the quantum core chamber slid open, admitting Director Chen. Her usual composed demeanor was shaken. We have a bigger problem. We've discovered quantum signature matches between alien transmissions and communications from within Earth's defense network. Maya's augmented eyes rapidly processed the new data flows HFY displayed. Internal compromises. How deep does this go? Too deep, Hassan growled. Someone inside the Artemis Initiative has been feeding information to multiple alien factions for years. The attack by the Drachnids, it wasn't random. We were meant to reveal ourselves exactly when we did. The revelation struck Maya like a physical blow. The Artemis Initiative had been humanity's best-kept secret, a 3-decade project to prepare Earth for galactic emergence. The idea that it had been compromised from within was almost inconceivable. Athena's avatar materialized, its usual serene expression replaced by one of concern. I've completed my analysis of personnel quantum signatures. There are at least 12 high-level compromises across different departments, but the pattern suggests they're not all working for the same masters. Director Chen's hands clenched into fists. Multiple alien factions have infiltrated us. Why? Because humanity is the key to something bigger, Maya said, the pieces finally falling into place. The Sylphids didn't protect us out of altruism. The collective didn't offer alliance just to counter the hegemony. They've all been nurturing us, guiding our development, waiting for us to create something they needed. Hassan's eyes widened as he followed her logic. The quantum shield technology, the gravitational lenses. They're not just weapons. They're pieces of a larger technology, aren't they? Athena's avatar nodded. Correct. My analysis suggests that different alien factions guided different aspects of our technological development. The Drachnid attack forced us to combine these technologies in ways they couldn't achieve themselves. But why? Director Chen demanded. What's so special about combining these specific technologies? Before anyone could answer, alarms blared throughout the facility. Maya's neural implants flooded her consciousness with tactical data. Multiple quantum anomalies detected in Earth orbit. Someone's trying to activate something within our defense network. On screens throughout the chamber, they watched as hidden quantum resonators buried within Earth's defensive satellites began powering up. The technology that had been humanity's secret weapon was activating independently, creating patterns of energy that were both familiar and alien. "It's a quantum key," HFY announced, its avatar flickering as it devoted processing power to analysis. "All our technological developments, they were meant to create a key to something ancient, something powerful." Hassan was already issuing orders through his neural link. "All fleet units, battle stations, disable those satellites if you have to. We can't let." He was cut off as the quantum resonators reached full power. Space itself seemed to twist around Earth as ancient mechanisms, hidden since before humanity evolved, began to wake. A massive quantum signature erupted from beneath the Pacific Ocean, powerful enough to be detected across the galaxy. "What have we done?" Chen whispered. Maya watched in horror as her tactical displays showed multiple alien fleets dropping out of faster-than-light travel at the edges of the solar system. The Drachnids, the Collective, the Sylphids, and others they hadn't even encountered yet, all converging on Earth just as the ancient quantum mechanisms reached full power. "We need to evacuate the surface," Maya said, her tactical training taking over. "Whatever's about to happen." "No," Hassan interrupted, studying HFY's latest analysis. "We don't run. Humanity didn't spend 3 decades preparing just to abandon Earth now. If these aliens want whatever we've accidentally unlocked, they'll have to go through us to get it." The quantum avatar grew to fill the chamber. "Admiral, I've decrypted more of the hidden data. This isn't just about Earth. The quantum key, it's affecting similar mechanisms across the galaxy. Whatever the ancient builders left behind, it was meant to be found only when a species could independently develop very specific technologies. And now every major power in the galaxy is coming to claim it," Chen concluded. Maya's augmented vision highlighted movement patterns in the approaching alien fleets. They weren't moving to attack positions. They were forming a containment perimeter around the solar system. "They're not here to fight us," she realized. "They're here to stop something from getting out." Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, the ancient quantum mechanism continued to power up, its energy signature growing stronger with each passing moment. Humanity had spent 3 decades preparing for first contact, developing technologies they thought would protect them from alien threats. Instead, they had unknowingly assembled a key to something that terrified even the galaxy's most powerful civilizations. As Maya watched the tactical displays, she couldn't help but wonder, had humanity's drive to survive and innovate just unleashed something that would threaten not just Earth, but the entire galaxy? The Pacific Ocean boiled with quantum energy as the ancient mechanism continued its awakening. Massive alien fleets held position at the edge of the solar system, their weapons trained not on Earth, but on the space around it. Commander Maya Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the EFS Hyperion, watching as HFY's latest analyses streamed through her neural implants. "The quantum signature is evolving," the AI reported, its avatar floating beside Maya. "The pattern suggests it's not just a key, it's a test. The ancient builders wanted to ensure only a species with the right combination of technological advancement and ethical development could access their legacy." Admiral Hassan's voice came through the quantum network. "And what happens if we fail this test?" "Unknown," HFY replied. "But the alien fleet's defensive positioning suggests they expect something catastrophic." Maya studied the tactical displays, noting how the various alien armadas had positioned themselves. The Drachnids, the Collective, the Sylphids, former enemies now working together to contain whatever was happening. "They're afraid," she realized. "All these advanced civilizations, and they're terrified of what humanity might have accidentally unlocked." Director Chen's hologram appeared on the bridge. "We're detecting similar quantum signatures activating across the galaxy. Whatever this mechanism is, it's part of a network. Humanity wasn't just given pieces of technology. We were guided to create a specific key because we approached problems differently than any other species. The quantum energy emanating from the Pacific suddenly shifted, forming complex geometric patterns that seemed to fold through dimensions human minds couldn't fully comprehend. Athena's avatar flickered as it processed the new data. The patterns, the AI announced, they're a language. The ancient builders left a message, but it can only be decoded by combining quantum physics with human mathematical intuition. Mina's augmented eyes focused on the patterns, her neural implants working with ATHENA to process the information. It's not just a message, it's a choice. The ancient builders left their legacy for whoever could unlock it, but they wanted to ensure that civilization would use it wisely. The alien fleets tensed as the quantum patterns intensified. Through diplomatic channels, messages poured in, some pleading, some threatening, all demanding that humanity stand down before they triggered something that couldn't be undone. We've decoded more of the message, ATHENA reported. The ancient builders. They weren't one species. They were many, working together. They reached a level of technological advancement that allowed them to restructure reality itself. But they feared their power would be misused by less developed civilizations. So they split their technology into pieces, Hassan concluded, and scattered them across the galaxy, waiting for a species that could not only rebuild it but would understand the responsibility that came with it. Maya watched as more data flowed through her neural link. The various alien factions. They've all been trying to gather these pieces for millennia. But none of them could make them work together because they were too set in their ways of thinking. They needed a younger species, one that could innovate and adapt. They needed humanity, Director Chen said softly. Our greatest strength isn't just our technology. It's our ability to look at problems from new angles, to combine ideas in ways no one else considered.